Hello, Karptistic ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode in this TCGO series, where we take a look at a Beedrill deck. As always, if you want to skip the deck analysis, just click the annotation on the screen or skip to around the 5-minute mark to go straight to the battles. And don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoy it, as well as subscribe to my channel for more content. So we start off with the deck analysis here, and we see that the Beedrill has the Allergic Shock attack, which goes during your next turn. If the defending Pokemon is damaged by an attack, it is KO'd, and that is pretty awesome if you ask me. So what we need to do here is, after we've used the Allergic Shock, we need to retreat into another Pokemon and put damage on our opponent's defending Pokemon. It doesn't matter how much, just some damage. And retreating this Beedrill into another Pokemon is gonna be very easy because it has no retreat cost. We will be playing 3 copies of the Beedrill, 3 copies of the Kakuna, and 4 copies of the Weedle here. Then we will also be playing the Bellossom as the second or the support Pokemon to put damage on our opponent's defending Pokemon. And we are going to be focusing on the first attack here, the Windmill attack, which does 20 damage. And then we get to switch this Bellossom with one of our benched Pokemon. So you can already tell what we are going to do. We are going to switch the Bellossom back into the Beedrill here, and that is some nice synergy between these two Pokemon, and that is why I chose Bellossom here as the second attacker. I could have chosen any other attacker basically, like maybe a Miltank that goes well with the Beedrill, but this Bellossom has this pretty awesome switching ability, which I will try to take advantage of here. We are also going to be playing a Forest of Giant Plants, 4 copies of the Forest of Giant Plants, in order to be able to evolve our Pokemon ASAP, so that we can start using this combo between Beedrill and Bellossom. Then, what else are we playing? We are playing 2 Shamans for draw support, as well as 3 Sycamores for draw support and 3 Birches for draw support. Then we have 4 Ultra Balls to get to our Shamans or any other Pokemon, as well as these 2 level balls to get to our grass Pokemon here, and then more specifically the Kakuna and the Gloom. I've also tried to take the Kakuna here. I've picked the Kakuna with a Bug Bite because this Kakuna can do damage. So if we don't manage to get out this Bellossom, but we do have a Kakuna on our bench, we can switch into the Kakuna and still knock out our opponent that way. Then we will be playing 3 Assault Vests onto our Beedrills to try and preserve them a little bit longer. We will also be playing 1 Headringer here to try and disrupt our opponent a little bit. And we will also be playing 8 Grass Energies, so not too many energies, but we don't need many energies at all. At most we will need 2 energies if we want to do a Twin Needle, or for the Bellossom if we want to do a Flower Tornado. But most of the time we will just need 1 energy attachment, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me, because with 1 energy attachment we might be able to knock out EXs here. And I think that is about it. We do play 2 Sacred Ashes because we are going to be Sycamoring away some of our Pokemon sometimes, so we do want to get those back into our deck. And we also play the Battle Compressors here for some more consistency, because we can Battle Compress supporters, get them back with the VS Seekers here. And that's about it, so let's find ourselves our first opponent. It looks like we found ourselves our first opponent here. We are facing Yufang 12 with a fairy deck, and I think I saw darkness there. We get to call the coin flip. We lost the coin flip. That's okay. We do not need to go first necessarily. We can, in theory, power up our Beedrill and evolve into our Beedrill in our first turn. Use the Allergic Shock in our first turn, put some pressure on our opponent, but we need to get a good hand for that. We start off with a decent hand actually. Don't really want to see these 2 Sacred Ashes in my hand, but that's the way we drew, so we gotta work with that. We are facing a Gardevoir EX deck, so that is not good for us, because that means that my opponent's Pokemon will have free retreat cost if my opponent gets the Stadium in play, which is not what we want to see at all. Let's see here. We will get rid of the battle compressor and a sacred ash. Take a look at our deck here. We have, let's look at the Pokemon first. We have one more Weedle. We've got a full line for the Beedrill. We also see a Bellossom. So we've got several full lines. We also have 2 Shamans. Let's get the Shamans. And let's take a look at the rest of our deck. We see another Battle Compressor, a Headringer. These Assault Vests won't be of much use, so we want to discard them if we can. Okay, let's go for the Shaman here. Draw or get another Weedle on our bench. And there we go. Let's put the Shaman down now. See if we can draw a supporter of some sort. We get an energy. Wow, look at that. We get so many energies. Let's attach this Headringer to this God of War. We will have to discard this Sacred Ash as well as 2 energies, sadly. So we only have at most 5 more energies in our deck. We will get the... rather, we will get rid of the teammates and another Ultra Ball, I guess, because we want to get out the Kakuna here and evolve into our Beedrill. But we cannot do that because I forgot we don't have the stadium. Even though we play 4 copies in our deck, we did not get the stadium, and that is huge. So I cannot play more than 4 copies, so we just got bad luck there. We really needed to get off that allergic shock right now, but we failed to do so, so we are already behind in the game. I'm going to use the Birch here this turn to try and draw into that stadium. So I will put down this Oddish, attach an grass energy to the Oddish, and then use the Birch. Hopefully we can draw into a Beedrill and a Stadium. We do get to draw 7 cards, but we miss out on the Stadium again. That is crazy. We play 4 Stadiums. Ah man, sometimes I hate the PTCGO draws. That's so frustrating sometimes. We play 4 Stadiums and we can't get it out. Why do you need to do that to me, PTCGO? Why? So all the while our opponent is powering up this God of War, but retreats into the Xerneas, pays the retreat cost, and actually gets back the energy, or rather attaches 2 energies again. So finally we get to evolve into the Beedrill. Let's see here. 2 retreat costs. 2 retreat cost. We actually wanna Lysander out this God of War right now and use our Beedrill's attack. We will get rid of the Assault Vests, or at least one of them. There might be some double colorless in my opponent's deck for the Malamar. So there we see 1 Stadium, 2 Stadiums, 3 Stadiums, 4 Stadiums. 4 Stadiums are still in our deck. We just did not manage to get them out. So I guess, yeah, I guess the Assault Vest here is the only thing we will get rid of then. Let's use the Allergic Shock then. See what our opponents will do here. Will he attach to the God of War and try and retreat, or... Well, I guess that's what you would do, because otherwise my opponent is going to get knocked out here. We just use the Oddish here, knock out the God of War. No problem. Knocking out a God of War with an Oddish. That's how it's done. So we get put to sleep. We need to hope we flip heads. We do flip heads, so that is huge for us. That is really, really huge for us. How many VS Seekers have we used? None. We used no VS Seekers. But I don't want to get rid of this Bellossom here. Well, I guess I will, I don't know, because we got rid of our Sacred Ashes, so I will go for the Birch actually. I will play it safe here. I don't want to lose that Bellossom. We get the stadium finally, so we are going to evolve one more Weedle into the Beedrill, and then we will retreat into the Oddish and knock out the Gardevoir with the Oddish, and that's why this is a fun deck, you know. That's why that's fun. At least in my opinion, I'm having fun now. So we get a Gloom as well as a Solfest. Don't really want to see that as Solfest. I will play it on the Beedrill nonetheless, and then go for a Judge. I'll as well evolve this Oddish here. Don't wanna, or yeah, we could evolve the Oddish in the active spot as well, because they have the same retreat costs. Let's see, how many energies did we use? We used 2 energies. That means we have 4 left. Some might be prized here. Our opponent is deciding what to do. Will he go for the Xerneas, or will he go for the Malamar? Oops. Oops. There we go. The Malamar. If I were my opponent, I would definitely be going for the Xerneas. And so he does. He read my mind. I should have kept quiet. We see an Yveltal come out. Wow. That is a beast. Another attachment to the Malamar, but our Oddish is going to stay alive. We will want to try and license around the Yveltal here. We wake up again, so we are having a lot of luck with waking up. Let's attach this to the Beedrill, and this to the. We will evolve the Oddish into the Gloom. Let's attach this to this Beedrill as well, and then we will use the Judge. See what we can draw. We do draw the Bellossom. I will be definitely evolving into the Bellossom and retreating it into this Beedrill while we go for another Allergic Shock. So our opponent needs a switch or an energy drop on the Xerneas to do something, or to avoid getting knocked out by this Bellossom on the bench, for which we already have an energy in our hand. That should be no problem for my opponent, because my opponent found the Aromatisse, so can move energy around to the Xerneas. It seems like that is going to happen. Is going to retreat the Xerneas into the Malamar, or no, he's rather going to use the Xerneas to knock out our Beedrill here. That is okay with us, because we will just knock out my opponent's Xerneas with the Bellossom, while we attach to the Bellossom, of course. We might actually, let's see, are we in danger of getting knocked out? Possibly by the Malamar. So I'm not sure if we should retreat into the, maybe into the Shaman. No, that's a bad idea. Maybe into the Oddish. Let's see here. Yes, let's go for the Oddish. And just like that, we are down to 3 prizes. Where we get a supporter, so that's pretty good. So definitely want to see that supporter. What is my opponent going to do now? Is he going to bring out the Yveltal or the Malamar? I'm guessing the Malamar, because it's got more energies attached. But as I said, the Aromatisse here, my opponent can just move these energies around willy-nilly. He brings out the Yveltal. I'm not sure, because now he needs a Darkness energy, but he got it in his hand. So. and we get knocked out. Our poor Oddish gets knocked out, but we are still ahead in the prize lead. We are down to 3 prizes, and we will just keep going, attached to this Weedle, and see if we can find another Kakuna. We do get an Ultra Ball as well as a Birch, I think it was. Oh, look at that! We still have plenty of Pokemon in our deck. Let's get a Kakuna here. Might as well attach this Assault Vest to the Kakuna, and then we flip heads. We are down to 6 cards. That is a bit worrying. So we will go for the Allergic Shock, putting some more pressure on our opponent here. All we need to do after that is knock out the Malamar EX or the Aromatisse. We see a double colorless attachment, so our Beedrill is not getting knocked out thanks to the Assault Vest. That is fantastic. Oh, and look at that! We won against an Yveltal EX, a Malamar, as well as a Gallade. Now that is splendid. I am having so much fun here. You should see the smile on my face. Yeah, I'm just happy with how this went. This was great. So we see here maximum damage dealt 40 damage, while my opponent did 260, which is not a lot. We also see our biggest attack 20 damage, and cards drawn 55. So look at this deck has some good speed going, and it needs the speed because you need to get going with the Beedrills from the start. Anyways, I think I will try to find another match here. Yeah, let's see if we can do so. Okay, and we found ourselves our next opponent. It is Black Urn 22 with a Dragon, a Water, and a colorless deck. While we get to coin the coin flip, we get to call the coin flip. We won the coin flip. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm not sure what Again, theoretically we could set up the Beedrill our first turn if we get the stadium, which we do here. But it's not much use now because we can't attack since we are going first. I will start off with the Weedle in the active spot, put the Oddish on the bench, attach this energy to the Weedle. We see a Giratina and a Toad. So this Toad is grass weak, but that doesn't matter all that much. We will definitely be playing this Headwinger on this Toad so that we can use our item cards a little bit longer here. We even flip heads on the Birch. Get a Gloom as well as a Kakuna. We shall get the... or should we get the Kakuna or another Weedle? Yeah, let's get the Kakuna, I would say. And then we will discard the Judge as well as the Birch and get a Shaming going. So we can draw into 4 more cards. Hopefully get some more basics. Okay, we do get a Beedrill, so I will get rid of this Gloom and this Beedrill. And gets a Weedle. Yeah, that's good. We will evolve into the Beedrill here. Put the Weedle down and draw 5 more cards. Again, look at the speed of this deck. This is incredible. We even get another Oddish, but I want to go for a Weedle actually. I want to get another Weedle going. The Beedrill, that's what it's all about in this deck. So there we go. We shall end our turn here. Give our opponent a chance to do something. So I am happy. I am happy with this first turn. This is how you want to start with this deck. So let's see. Okay, we see a Team Flare Grunt. That's okay with us. We don't mind energy discarding cards because we only need 1 energy drop on our Pokemon. So what is our opponent going to do here? He cannot attack because he needs 3 energies. Unless he somehow scoops up this Seismitoad. We see the double colorless. We have an Assault Vest on, so we are not going to get damaged by this Toad at all. Let's just go for the Grass energy and then might as well go for the Birch. No need to go for the Judge because my opponent seems to have a terrible hand. Only attached a double colorless. So we will go for the Birch here. And we even flip heads again. Look at that. That is really amazing. Let's evolve this Bellossom here as well as this Weedle on the bench. And we will go for the Allergic Shock. Now my opponent has to retreat into the Giratina here. If he wants his Toad to stay alive. We don't mind the Toad doing a Quaking Punch. We are completely set up. And it seems like that is going to happen. We are not even going to get damaged by it. Only does 30 damage and we have an Assault Vest. Because my opponent has a double colorless here. Oh, so he's going to do 20 damage more. Oh no, he drew into 5 cards. Otherwise he could have done 10 damage to us, but he chose to draw into 5 cards. Is he going to get another Crushing Hammer? That's the question here. No, we only get to see a Judge. And another Toad. So what is going to happen here? Will we see the retreat into the Toad on the bench? Maybe into the Giratina, but that's got 3 retreat costs, so... And we do see the Quaking Punch, so my opponent basically only... Yeah, just locked us out of our items, but we only have 1 Ultra Ball that we don't really need to use. We will attach this energy to the Bellossom, and we will knock out this big, giant, threatening Toad that is not at all threatening for us right now. We shall even play the Hex Maniac, prevent our opponent from playing a Shaman down and using it to fill up his hand. There we go. This is so much fun again. Wow, I am really enjoying this. Look at that. We knocked out a Seismitoad. We are ahead in the prize lead against a Seismitoad Tina deck, a Seismitoad Giratina deck, or the Toadtina as it's usually called. Wow, I am pumped up here. My heart is beating so fast. This is really, really crazy. We see the double dragon energy, which... okay, well, but this Giratina cannot attack, so... We even see a Crushing Hammer, flipping heads. That is a bit annoying. We do need to get a new energy then somehow. But we've got the Sycamore here. So we do see the discard from the Beedrill. We definitely should be able to get another energy. We've only got 2 in our discard pile, 1 attached, so we have 5 more in our deck, unless some are prized. We see the switch into the... into the Toad. So we need to get another Beedrill going. I switch into the Kakuna in hopes we will get another Beedrill. We do get a... Grass energy, and I will actually attach that to this Kakuna. I really think we can get another Beedrill here. That would be so much bad luck if we didn't. There we go, we got the Ultra Ball. We even got the teammates as well as the Sycamore. We don't need to use that really. We will be going for the Beedrill here. So this is our last Beedrill, it seems. Let's see here. Yeah, we go for the Allergic Shock. My opponent is definitely in a pickle here. Can he switch out this Toad? That's the question. I really hope not. I wanna destroy this Toadtina deck so much. My heart is racing here. Can we win this match? And yes, he did not retreat. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I'm going to preserve this grass energy just in case it gets discarded on our active Beedrill, or if he Lysanders out his Shaman. So we will go for the Windmill again, and then we will switch into the Beedrill without an energy attached to it. So if my opponent uses the, let's see, uses the Team Flare Grunt, and it wouldn't do anything to us. Whew, we are down to 2 prizes already. That is crazy. That is amazing. My opponent says, lol, I like this deck. I will say, thank you. It is a fun deck indeed, so it's just for funs and for lols. For lolsies, that's all that it's for. We will actually attach again to this Beedrill, and then we will retreat into this Beedrill. We will VS Seeker. My opponent asks, did you make this yourself? Yes, I did. I completely made this deck myself. Oh, we miss out on the Lysander. I thought we had the Lysander in our discard pile. I'll get a Birch anyways, so that VS Seeker wasn't a waste. It seems like the game froze on me. So I will tell my opponent, yes, I did. There we go. And what do we have in our discard pile? A Gloom, a Beedrill, and a Weedle. So I will be using this Sacred Ash and get back these Pokemon in our deck. And we will go for the Allergic Shock again. But this deck is only good against certain decks, so if you face Night March with this deck, you are going to be in trouble, because Night March is way too fast. You need to be knocking out those Joltics and those Pumpkaboos turn after turn. Well, we need 2 turns with this deck here, so this is going to be it for my opponent. I am going to say GG. My opponent was really nice in completing the match here for us. He could have conceded way long ago. So we will be knocking out the Giratina here. Switching back into the Beedrill. And there we go. We took our last 2 prizes against Totina. This was a really fun matchup. I am so glad we got to have a match against Totina here. That was crazy. I couldn't have wished for a better ending to this video. So let's take a look at our stats. We dealt 100 damage. Our biggest attack was 40 because of the weakness. And our MVP, look at that, MVP Bellossom against Giratina EX. So that will be it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for more silly, crazy content like this, like crazy decks. I like to make these fun decks. And I hope you have a cardtastic day. I will see you next time.
Karp, 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 Karp.